Hello.
Is that working?
We're working. Welcome to Don't Laugh But.
Oh, straight in there.
I'm in there. Yeah.
So I think full disclosure that I have had 2 G&Ts this lunchtime. I've never done a podcast before when I have had a little bit to drink before. So
Full disclosure, I have not.
I blame my mother. She took me out for lunch.
Full blame Jill.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right. So we went away last week.
We did.
What are your feelings and emotions on that?
They're all very good.
Oh, the silence speaks volumes.
No, it was a beautiful time. We had a great time.
I think it was a beautiful time. And I was going to say that, ladies and gentlemen, you may think that you've experienced London, but you have not experienced London until you've been in a cocktail bar at 1 a.m. lying on a sofa as Kirsty dances for you, and you only, for about an hour.
That is a treat to be seen.
You've got an interesting technique. You never stop grinning and gurning. And you've got...
I'm happy when I'm dancing.
You're like a kind of a robot toddler.
Loved it.
With a grin.
Loved it. We went to some good cocktail bars.
We did. And then came back to the apartment and did teddy bear rolls. I hope some of you out there will remember what they are from gym class.
I found out I couldn't do a teddy bear roll at 5. Still can't do one at 45.
Okay.
You
can't reach your ankles. That was your main... That was the mission.
Can anyone really reach their ankles?
I reached my ankles.
I'm eating a pretzel at the same time.
Oh, come on.
Sorry.
I'm
nibbling.
made it out the crunching.
No, you won't.
Yeah, I don't slurp your Coke. The amount of slurping last week was disgusting.
Was it?
It really was.
A whole slurpy derpy thing.
How are you feeling today? Because yesterday you were a bit rough. Yesterday you looked...
Looked rough.
You looked like crap.
Tired.
Do you remember? You did.
Do you remember how terrible you looked?
Also, yesterday you had massive mascara gloop in the corner of your eyes, but I didn't feel able to tell you.
Oh, always tell me.
I thought I'd tell you now publicly.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I know I did notice that when I went down to the toilet.
No, but are you all right? You've been a bit poorly. You're all right.
Yeah, I'm all right. I have been a bit poorly today. I'm all right. I am a bit poorly. Do you know what it is? Mm-hmm. I think it's lack of sleep.
Okay.
And that's the irony.
Harking back to last week.
That's the irony with doing sleep last week, isn't it?
Yeah, is it irony?
Don't know if that's the right word. But I really enjoyed London with you, Rebecca Elliott.
Thank you very much, Kirsty Hudson.
You're very welcome.
All right, so last thing I was going to talk to you about.
Yes.
Was that we're both quite unorganised people.
No.
True.
Yes.
That's a fact.
Fact.
Fast fact for you. Mm-hmm. And I often don't have food in the house for my kids, but you trumped me quite massively. Tell the audience what you made your lovely daughter for breakfast the other day, because you didn't have anything else.
I had absolutely nothing in the fridge, and I ended up giving her a microwave jacket potato for breakfast on a school day, and she had sports day as well. But it must have behooved her well, because let me tell you, that girl and what's it called tug of war.
Mm-hmm.
She was tugging that war. Let me tell you, she tugged the hell out of that war.
She did. She really did. It was impressive tugging.
She did really good. So I think it was probably the breakfast of champions.
It was a potato that did it.
It was a potato.
Did you have anything on it? Was it just a potato?
I literally had nothing.
No butter.
No butter. Nothing.
No.
She just had a microwave potato.
That
and I tried to make it really
cruelty right there.
I tried to make it really exciting, going, "Oh, this is different."
It's potato day. Yay. Everyone celebrates.
Nothing. No, she did, but she ate it. She ate it good. She ate it good.
Yeah.
I mean, that's all she had. She had no choice.
Yeah.
And then she went, Did you have
a glass of milk or anything?
Nothing. I had no milk. I had nothing. She had water and a dry baked potato.
And a baked potato. Done in the microwave.
In the microwave.
Not even crispy.
No, it was a microwave jacket potato. It was a McCain's.
Oh, you what?
You can get for it.
Wait, what?
Yes.
Why did you but you can buy baking potatoes. Why would you buy that packaged?
Because it was a microwave jacket potato.
But you can microwave a jacket potato.
Yeah, but they don't take 5 minutes, do they?
Yeah.
No, shut it. They don't. Honestly, who has ever heard?
Shut up.
You're listening to Don't Laugh But with Rebecca Elliott and Kirsty Hudson, creating their own unique twatmosphere for your listening pleasure.
We'll let that lie. So this week, welcome to Don't Laugh But. We are talking about, I have quite strong ones right now, emotions. Yeah.
Welcome to emotions.
Are you an emotional person?
Yes.
We kick off with that.
Yes.
Yes, right. Next question.
Yes. Done. Check. Absolutely.
But are you good at hiding your emotions? Are you an emotional person like on your own? Are you an emotional person all the time? Is it heart on your sleeve stuff?
I think I'm a bit of all of that. Mm-hmm. I think I'm very much heart of the sleeve stuff, but if I don't want to show you how I'm feeling, I can hide that quite well as well.
I think you have to function as a human, don't you?
Absolutely.
You have to learn how to... Because kids don't know how to hide their emotions, do they?
No.
But as an adult, you kind of have to. But
you do have to, but sometimes I am a little bit like I have... Sometimes my emotional intelligence is really high.
Okay.
And sometimes it's somewhat of a 2-year-old.
Okay.
And I, especially around my husband, I will respond...
Right.
To every whim of my emotion at times.
Okay. See, I think people have said this about me. People think, oh, you're a coper.
Or cold. Mm-hmm.
Oh, come on.
That was your mum's response earlier.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't at all. She was joking. My mum thinks I'm warm, lovely little fluffy ball of love. Yeah?
I think you are warm and friendly.
No, but a lot of people think I'm quite a coper, quite resilient.
Yes.
Yeah? And people said about the Clemmy thing, so you're quite brave.
Mm-hmm.
And it's absolute nonsense.
Yes.
And that's all on the outside.
Yes.
Whereas inside, as you know, now that you know me quite well, absolute mess.
Total.
Yeah.
I mean, gosh. I'm not sure you function on a day-to-day level, quite frankly. No, but I think
it's a defence mechanism, isn't it?
Yeah.
So often people who look like they're coping, like they're not. Underneath it all, it's like it's the swan's legs going under the water, going like that, isn't it?
But I think that's actually every single human being. I don't think there's anyone who's
So what
got
you're
it
saying is
together.
you're not special, Beck. Shut up.
Not special.
That is everyone.
I don't think anyone's got their... I don't think anyone has got their shizzle together.
No, okay.
No, I don't. I think we're all...
But some people look like they have a bit more.
Totally. Yeah, there are. And I want to be one. I do want to be... I like to have a little bit more balance. Do you know what I mean? Because sometimes I just go... Like the whole baked potato situation. Why can't I be the woman who has eggs in?
Cereal, maybe?
A bit of cereal. Why?
Toast.
Why? Yeah,
There's
toast.
also an
Nothing.
option.
I mean, I just... Yeah, so sometimes I do feel like I'm failing in humanness. But that's okay.
But but going back to the emotions, see, sometimes people say, oh, you're brave, like if you don't cry. Mm-hmm. Like if you're at a funeral, and somebody's not crying, so, oh, she's being very brave. Mm-hmm. But actually, isn't it often braver to cry? And I feel like often I don't have that bravery to cry in front of people because that takes a lot more confidence in yourself than actually just hiding it and then going into a cupboard and crying later.
I think you're right. But there's lots of levels to that, isn't there? It's like you don't want to cry because you don't want to make yourself feel vulnerable and scared and uncomfortable. And you equally at the same time don't want to make others feel uncomfortable because I think that we all know that when someone cries, there is a bit... I know, it's really that, but really, like, why is that?
As soon as I start crying in front of anyone, which I hate doing,
I'm
immediately aware of like how awkward is this going to be making them feel. This is horrible.
Exactly, and it, like, and then you try and wipe your tears, and then your eyes go red, and it's all a thing. And I'm not an attractive crier either, which is always an issue.
No, I think we spoke about this in the grief one.
We did.
Yeah, I look like a bit of a girding tree frog.
Oh, I like that. I like that description. Yeah, I think that because I would like to have a more stoic response to everything. I have a very emotive response.
But stoicism, I don't think that should necessarily be praised. I think that's my point.
No, because I think
it's kind of easier, I think, to put up a guard than it is to
I'm not sure that stoicism is putting up a guard, is it? It's just...
I think it can be.
But I think it can be just responding to something as it is in that moment and then just allowing things to be. Because sometimes when you react emotionally, then you just want to fix it straight away. Whereas sometimes just allowing things to be as they are is quite an empowering thing to do as well. We've talked about that a lot in the past.
Yeah, no, I think you're right. I also think that we do have to sort of temper our own emotions. I remember being in Cambridge Addenbrooke's Hospital the day we were told, so my daughter was about 6 months old, and we'd just been told how bad her brain damage was. We'd just been shown the scans and it was complete shock. And then we were put in another room. And obviously it was horrific. And I was crying and all the rest of it. But I remember looking around that room and there was loads of like plastic chairs in this room. And I remember thinking, I really want to pick up a chair and throw it at the window right now.
Oh, yeah.
And I even remember vividly, I don't remember much about the rest of the day, but I remember vividly thinking, if I was in EastEnders now, or a drama, that's precisely what I'd do. Mm-hmm. But I can't do that.
And how did
I'm
you
not
respond?
going to do that.
How did you respond?
Just sat there and cried.
Did you?
A little bit, and then crack on. But no, I didn't crack on. But do you know what I mean? But I remember thinking, we don't do that. No. And is that okay or not okay? I don't know. But we have to get on in society. We can't go around throwing chairs. We can't go around throwing punches at people because they've pissed us off. But we have to be able to have that emotional intelligence to kind of say, no, that's not appropriate. However you're feeling inside, that's not appropriate. But I don't know if that's good or not. See, in other countries, South America,
the
Paraguay,
wailing and the...
Right, they have the wailing. If you go to a funeral, you've got 24 hours of loud crying and wailing, and when Western people go over there, they're really like, whoa, what the heck is this? Like, awkward. But actually, is that not a good thing to just get it all out in a big shouty, waily, guttural kind of, this is horrific and it needs to come out?
I think there's a definite...
I don't know.
Well, I do wonder if there is a, like, just a kind of, I want to tell you how awful I'm feeling and I'm going to show you a response. I think that can be a really, like, I think it's really okay just to feel really not okay.
Yeah, and I don't think it's about showing others. Okay. I never want to show someone else how upset I am.
So what is it for you?
That's partly why I don't like crying in front of other people.
Okay.
I don't want them to see how upset I am. But it's about letting it out.
And letting yourself feel something. Yeah. Is that what it is?
And
more?
Like getting it out of this big ball of pent up nastiness.
Yeah, I
and
get
actually
that.
Screaming or whatever.
Yeah.
But I can't do it. I think lots of people can't do that.
No, I think that's totally true.
And equally, we can't all go around doing that. Otherwise, it'd just be a street full of wailing people.
But why? But why? If that was okay, then that'd be okay. That'd be okay. Wail away, I say.
Everyone can't just walk down the street going, oh!
I know, but it's the same. It's not the same kind of thing. But there's a lot of me, right, that wants to sometimes say, when people have mistreated me, just to say the F word to them, you know, and walk away and have no... Like, if I did that, I
could never do that.
I know women who can do that and really do it well and actually go, you are being this to me right now and I'm going to tell you to whatever off.
Yeah.
And walk away and be totally at peace with what they've said. Like,
wow.
And I think that is something that I am definitely would like to attain in my life.
Do you think?
I'd love that. Sometimes just to go, you know what, that's unacceptable, period. And
I guess
away.
that gets it out, because what I would do is I would just walk away, I'd smile, walk away and just feel like righteously angry with them.
Yeah.
Quietly.
Yeah.
That would eat away at me. It would do nothing to them. It would do no good at all. It just eats away at me. That's what I do.
Because you know I do my tapping with Marty Murphy.
You need to explain.
So I do a bit of EFT, a bit of tapping, and it's emotional.
I've got used to this. Other people haven't.
It's an emotional freedom technique. It's any kind of thing you can just tap on various acupressure points on your face and your head, and it's really, really effective. And I do that with a coach from the States, and she's really good at telling people to off.
Okay.
And we'll walk away and go, you know what? They deserve that. The end of. They deserve that in that moment, and she's really comfortable with that. And I just think I'd love to be comfortable. Like, whatever response I gave to somebody, but whatever response to give to somebody, I just always want to be okay with that response. And if that response is just a smile and walk away, then I want to be okay and comfortable and emotionally ease with that response.
There's something in me that says that no matter what someone has, not no matter what, but that telling someone to F off, flip off, obviously we're talking about here, is that ever appropriate? I tell you what I'm thinking of. I'm thinking of Nigel Farage getting milkshakes thrown at him.
Okay.
I can't stand Nigel Farage, okay? But I still think that is not an appropriate way in polite society to deal with a disagreement with someone. And I think if we all start telling each other to F off and throwing milkshakes at each other, we're not going to get anywhere. That's not an intelligent way to get your point across.
I absolutely disagree. I absolutely don't.
I agree with protesting, all of that. I just think any kind of violence or violent words I don't know. I don't know here.
No, with Nigel Farage, with the whole milkshake situation, I absolutely agree with you. I think I understand why people are doing it. We feel very desperate and all of those things. I
understand why people are doing it.
But I don't think necessarily that is the right way. But I do sometimes think that some people just need to have, because bullies sometimes only understand that behavior.
That is true.
I'm just thinking of situations where I had a friend of mine's partner who was really, really mean to me. And I wish with every ounce of my being, I just stood to him and you will not do that to me.
Yeah, okay.
And walk away and go, because now...
No, you're right. Bullies do need to be told.
You will never do that to me. And have no... But all I'm saying is, really, it doesn't matter if it's an F off or it's a... Or it's I'm walking away, not saying anything. All I'm saying is I want to have just emotional balance, with emotional peace, and I'm really comfortable with whatever emotional response I have. Because what I tend to do,
and feel that you've expressed that is utterly unacceptable. What you've just said to me.
But what I tend to do is overthink whatever response I have given. That's what I tend to do.
Yeah.
I think that's again a human thing to do. But I just kind of want to go, you know what, I did that, and that's okay.
Yeah.
And that is really okay. And I think that just sometimes saying to yourself, it's okay, is okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, I'm with you.
Beautiful.
That's good.
We've solved that one.
Do you think that women are better at showing their emotions than men? Or is that a stereotype?
Well, I was going to talk to you about this question when you said, is that just not boring? Like, is this just a boring thing?
I'm not going to dwell on it too long. I think that, no, of course not. Women are not more emotional than men, but they are so much more comfortable in showing it. And that is because of the social conditioning that is, the whole point of feminism is it is just as harmful to men as it is to women.
Absolutely.
And that is one of the ways. And, Rob Webb's book, How to Be a Boy, covers that really, really well. Mm-hmm. And just how, often if you get guys being like angry or abusive or controlling or whatever, it's because they have not been allowed to, and this is not, I'm really truncating a massive point here, but it's a sort of symptom of society that's not allowing guys to in any way be human.
Oh, absolutely.
And be emotional and...
Well, I think the statistics show that. I think that
boys should be able to cry as much as girls. Like, of course, it's just ridiculous.
I think the sad stats around men and suicide show that completely. That is, a really clear point. I mean, I see my husband as an incredibly emotionally intelligent and very able to express his emotions. I see my son being able to do that. But that's why I think, because we live in a feminist household, we live in a house, and I think the feminism makes it better for everyone. It
makes it better for everyone. It does,
exactly. And because we're going against that patriarchal structures that have put those in place for everyone. But I just don't want to. The reason I say it's not to dismiss it, it's boring. I just don't want to fuel that again. I just want to go like you just said really well. Then it's really important to recognise that we all can talk and we all can say stuff, and some of that's just got lost in these mixed messages. And if your conversation is about football and that gives you a release, that's a great thing, whatever is, whatever context that is in. I just don't want to feel. I just think, come on, we can all communicate effectively. We just communicate differently. I know I communicate differently to lots of women as well at the same time. So I think we just, our emotional intelligence is not to do with our gender, I don't think, necessarily.
No, I totally agree. Mm-hmm. It's people. People are different.
People.
Not genders. People are different. Mm-hmm. Have you ever had an inappropriate emotional response?
Every day.
Really?
Every day, I'm sure that.
In what way?
Yeah, I think, an inappropriate emotion. Yeah, with my husband on a daily basis, I'm sure I have an inappropriate emotional response. Like I will see things that he does.
Yeah.
As like a
personal slight.
As a personal slight. He has on the cleaning. It's just for him, just not about doing the cleaning. Where I was like, you have hurt me quite greatly
by not washing the dishes.
You hurt my feelings.
Yeah.
And for him, there's not, what? I've just not done the dishes,
Yeah.
So I think that is an inappropriate. That's where I talk about stoicism for me, not reacting to a physical situation.
I think often if you're emotional about something else, then something else will be like straw on the camel's back kind of thing. Yeah. And then I will totally emotionally respond inappropriately. Yeah. I got stung by a bee and couldn't stop crying.
Oh.
In Paraguay as an adult.
Oh.
But I think I was just there was other stuff going on.
You were tired.
And I missed my daughter and I was tired.
Yeah.
And I was so mortified. When you can't stop yourself crying. And you're like, I'm not crying because I was stung. Yeah. I was kind of crying because I was stung.
Yeah.
It really hurt.
It's a bee. It's stung.
It's
a bee. Yeah. And it hurt.
Like a toddler. Yeah. Could not stop crying.
Yeah.
And also when I was pregnant, so, obviously a big ball of emotional nonsense.
Uh-huh.
I heard the song A Ship Called Dignity by Deacon Blue on the radio, which is about an old man who bought a boat. Could not stop crying.
I've had those moments. Oh my goodness.
It
Absolutely.
was just the most emotional song about this old man who bought a boat.
I've had that response for toilet paper when I was pregnant. Like
Really?
Yeah.
They had that with the dog?
Yeah, no, it wasn't. It was they had it was like a koala, I think it's Cushell or something in the place. And the koala couldn't reach the toilet paper.
This is in an advert?
In an advert.
It wasn't like real life?
No, it was a little
You
cartoon.
didn't meet a koala who couldn't reach the toilet paper?
This was a koala. If
Right.
you remember from last week, this koala obviously is up more than 2 hours a day.
Oh, yeah.
But
He's got chlamydia.
He's got chlamydia. He can't reach
Bless
the toilet
him.
paper.
Oh, what a life.
I just sit down and I looked and went, that poor koala can't reach the toilet paper. It was a miniature koala. I started to cry. You know, I mean, all of those things. Like, you just go to yeah. So
Adverts, they play on your emotions,
Yeah.
they don't. It's ridiculous.
That's what they're there for.
I know.
That's what they're,
John Lewis
you know.
advert. Come on.
Yeah. And I can get like an overwhelm. Like that, I can have a very ridiculous response in the supermarket going, what do I want for my tea? Shall I have that yoghurt? I don't know. Shall I?
Yeah, then it
What
becomes like a
yogurt?
big thing.
Yeah, like
You're choosing a yogurt, but
Like-
it does, like it becomes a big
like
thing.
yeah, because you just can't, and there's so much choice.
Yeah.
Like,
Am I going to regret buying that yogurt?
I know, buyer's remorse.
I know.
Over a strawberry yogurt.
Right. Absolutely.
Nothing
We've all
worse.
been
Tragic. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think that we allow people to feel sad enough?
Well, I think we've talked about this a lot,
I
haven't
think
we?
we've talked about this a bit. All right. Are
yeah.
you saying it's a rubbish question?
Well, I did
Because that makes me sad inside, Kirsty, and I feel like I need to share my feelings
That
with you
was
right
the
now.
emotional response I was going for.
You have hurt me.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I think no, we don't. Clearly, we don't. Like sadness makes everyone feel uncomfortable. Like cheer up, you know.
No, crying should
It
be
might
fine.
never happen.
That's weird. Someone she recently lost her mum, you know, and she sort of started crying. And she's like, I'm so sorry. We're like, no, come on. People should be allowed to cry. I mean, it's crazy that we apologise for crying. Like, you've just lost your mum. That's horrific.
Yeah, definitely.
Of course, you know, and we should not feel awkward.
No.
But you don't know what to do. You don't know whether you should be cuddling them, or is that going to be like patronising?
Oh, I know.
Or do they want you to ignore them?
But maybe that's something we need to just go, what would you like me to do? Do you want to cuddle?
right,
Like, do
right,
you want that? You know,
right.
what do you want? And I think that we get ourselves in a whole kerfuffle. Maybe just ask people what they need.
Yeah, nice use of the word kerfuffle.
I love the word kerfuffle.
Who doesn't? Come on.
Absolutely.
It's one of the best. I've got a multifaceted question here, so I'm going to read it all out.
Hold on, not a multifaceted
I'm
question.
going for a multifaceted question here.
Okay, did you hear that accent?
Yours got wrong.
Oh, multifaceted.
How do you deal with your kids' emotions? Do you sometimes get frustrated that they don't react like us? Where would you draw the line between them expressing their emotions and them learning how to control them? Come on.
That's really terrifying.
I wasn't listening to my own question there. I can't remember. Anyway, kids start off with just two emotions, don't they? Mm-hmm. They're either just elated, just so happy, or they're livid / sad. They're angry, sad, sangry. Yeah,
Sangry.
They're sangry, or they're just joyous.
Oh, I like sangry.
Thanks. And then that kind of evolves, but very slow. But I think sometimes we get annoyed with our kids because we think of them as tiny adults.
Yeah.
So we're like, why aren't you reacting to that?
Yeah.
In the way that I would. Mm-hmm. Do you know what I mean? So often my kids, like yesterday, one of them accidentally kicked a football almost into the face of a baby. Mm-hmm. Right? Mm-hmm. And they immediately knew that they'd done something awful. Mm-hmm. But instead of immediately saying, like we would, oh God, I'm so sorry. I really didn't mean to do that. I didn't mean to do that. Mm-hmm. Instead, they just get very, very angry, run off, sulk. Mm-hmm. And then, of course, later on, they come back and go, I'm so sorry, I feel so bad. But they can't immediately process that guilt and shame that they're feeling.
Yeah.
So it comes out as anger. And I think sometimes I need to remind myself that it's okay. They're kids. They're going to process things a little bit differently.
Yeah, we have to remind ourselves often that we are the adults, though. That we are, because if you react, which I have done many times, I have reacted in a very childlike manner, and I'm sure there is an occasion where I have said to my children, will you just stop acting like a child? Mm-hmm. How can they act like anything else than a child?
I'm finding it hard not to laugh at your hair at the moment.
Why is that?
Because you just sat there back combing it, and now you look like a pineapple.
That's all I was going for.
Okay.
I think that, that, like, I sometimes think that my children are more mature than I am. They can respond.
Yeah.
Sometimes in more mature manners but I think that,
But they copy what we do.
They
don't
do.
That's the scary thing.
Oh, like my
It's
daughter.
a good thing, but it's also the scary thing.
Yeah, my daughter has my temper without a...
Really?
Yeah, without... Yeah, she is. She's fiery and feisty.
Okay.
And part of me wants to hone that, and part of me wants to put her in a cupboard.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay. Do you often shut really covers?
Oh,
It's not the best parenting technique, is it?
No,
It's not one of the best.
It was
That's what I'm
clearly.
saying.
It
I mean,
was.
it's one of them. It's not one of the best.
Yeah, I mean, if clearly it's not the truth.
No.
Always.
This is the Don't Laugh But podcast brought to you by Kirsty Hudson and Rebecca Elliott. Two women determined to find the funny in everything, or at least pass the time by taking the piss out of each other.
When someone asks, how are you? Do you ever give a genuine response?
Who does ever do that?
I know people who do that.
Oh, hold on. What?
Yeah,
So
you
you're
say, oh, hi, how are you? And they go, well, my neck's aching. And it's a big list. And you think, I don't actually care.
No.
I don't either. Well,
Oh, the social norm then.
well, I'm
Good,
going
fine.
to I'm going to counselling.
Uh-huh. Oh, right. I hadn't heard that before.
Yeah, oh, shut up. Because God knows I need it. Because of all the time I'm spending with you, basically. To counteract the emotional harm that's doing, I'm going to counselling. All right. And it's kind of working.
Yeah.
But when I go into counselling, every week, I go in and she says, how are you? And I go, I'm all right. And then I go, oh no, you actually want to know. But that's quite because she genuinely wants to know.
I'm incredibly codependent apparently, because when I go in and had a counselling session, they'll go, how are you? I go, I'm fine. How are you?
Yeah,
Like,
right,
I
right.
want to, like...
That's codependent, is it?
Apparently so.
Is that not just being caring and nice?
Codependent.
Okay. How often do you put on a happy face when you're really not feeling it? Like, can you do a gig? Because obviously you're getting up there, you're supposed to be Mrs. Funny. If you're feeling miserable.
You have
or
to.
you've had an argument.
Yeah,
or
you
you've
have to.
whatever.
You have to go on. You have to just empty your head and go on.
Yeah.
Sometimes you can't empty your head. Sometimes you just... Because you have to, react to the audience, and sometimes you can't. But yeah, I absolutely, you have to be able to.
I think it's the same. I mean, that's part of sort of growing up and learning how to control your emotions. You have to, if you go to work, you have to.
When you're a parent,
You have to, frankly, if you've got to go to a party or something, you've had a miserable day, you've had an argument or whatever, you're depressed, and you've got to go to a party, you'd have to turn it on for 3 hours.
Yeah, just turn it on.
Because often I get cheesed off if like me or my husband are in that place, we've had an argument or something, and then we go to a party and like he's life and soul of the party, and then we go back home again, he's miserable again. But actually that's a compliment.
Yeah.
Because what it's saying is, I can't be the sad thing that's going on inside me in front of these other people, but I can in front of you.
Yeah, exactly. You're the safe space to be there.
Exactly.
And that's why I think my mum and my husband are those places for me. Like, I can just be total.
No.
Well, you have your odd occasions. Yeah. Do you know what I mean?
Just saying. You did cry once in a restaurant with me.
I did cry once. I did. Yeah. I did.
think the waitress thought that I was like breaking up with you.
I like that you thought that. Like, somehow she could have thought like that was really hard for me to break up with you.
She came over to take an order. Then she saw you. She went, "I'll come back," and she didn't come back. And I think she did think that we were having a messy breakup.
Yeah, that was. Yeah, I did. I had a frustrated cry, didn't I? Because when I get angry, that's generally what I want to do. Is
You
cry.
weren't angry with me.
No, I don't know. No,
No, you weren't.
No.
Don't tell the people that.
She wouldn't let me order the sizzling prawns. It was a very sad day.
That's exactly what it was.
But yeah, that was your first response. Is the waitress thinks I'm breaking up with you. I love that. That was beautiful.
Thanks. I think. How often do you admit that you're wrong, and are you good at saying sorry?
Yes.
Are you?
Period. Yeah, I'm really good at saying sorry.
Are you?
Yeah, absolutely.
I used to be rubbish at it. Like I couldn't get the word out. But now I'm fine.
I quite like it. Like unless I'm feeling still...
It's admitting defeat though, isn't it?
But unless I'm still feeling really right. If I'm feeling really right, then I'll struggle to say sorry.
That's the problem. I still feel quite right about stuff. That's
yeah.
You know.
So yeah, sometimes I
it's
don't...
a failing.
Because I do sometimes feel like saying sorry then admits that I'm wrong.
Yeah.
But I do want to be right. Like, I like to be right.
Also, I find it quite annoying if you say sorry and then the other person doesn't say sorry back. I find that quite, you know.
I think it's
an
weird.
olive branch. You need to meet halfway, right?
Yeah, I think
I'm really, really sorry. And if they just go, that's all right. And then there's a pause, you're like, and where's my gift?
Yeah.
You know, it's that.
Yeah, it is. Like, sorry, yeah. I think it's strange that we tell our kids to say sorry. Like, because really you shouldn't say sorry till you're ready to feel it. Like, I don't want to say sorry unless I really am sorry.
The kids do that thing like, right, say sorry. Sorry! But that's not really... I said it! Like,
fine. All of that is weird. It's a weird situation. Situatione.
Yeah, don't try and do an accent.
Okay. That was Italian, I reckon. I have been
do you want me to do the
practicing my
next one?
accents. I am.
How?
I'm
Yeah,
telling
you're
now.
trying to learn accents. How's that coming
It's
on?
going well.
What you got?
What you've got? This is something I'm building up to. It's not ready.
It's not
yet.
ready yet.
It's not ready. It's like baking in the oven. It's like a bun of accents
It's a bun of
going
accents.
building into a loaf of bread. It's going to be beautiful.
Okay. Mm-hmm. I was going to do Australian for the next one. G'day, mate. Do you need to be very comfortable in a relationship before you show deep emotions?
God, it's a question. All I can hear is a crazy Australian. I can't hear the questions.
Do you need to feel very comfortable in a relationship before you show deep emotions?
No.
Really? You just crack on with someone you just met?
I'm an oversharer.
Well, that just cheapens any relationship you have, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Because you think, I need to get really close to someone
Yeah.
before I say anything.
Because I will tell the people who are close to me will know that because I tell them that. Okay?
Well, know what?
That they are the important people to
So
me.
the only difference between those who are close to you and those who aren't is you'll tell the people who are close to you, you're very close to me.
No,
That's it. Apart from that, you're just giving
that's
everyone the same Kirsty.
No.
Just throwing it about. Cheapening yourself.
I don't think I cheapen myself. I think I'm just the same with most people.
Come on, you need to save. You need to have little secret
Of
bits of
course I
yourself.
do. Of course everyone does. Do you know what I mean? Of course, it's not like I'm going to show every aspect of myself to every person. But I am comfortable with telling you a lot about myself. In fact, I quite like to tell you a lot about myself.
Really?
Whether you want to know or not. You know what I mean? Like,
Is that a fact?
yeah. Let me tell you about me.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're not going to ask any of these questions back.
Do it, look, I can.
shut up.
You always-
Would you rather cry with someone or on your own?
Would you?
Touche. Always on my own. I've said that before. I'll cry in a cupboard.
Yeah.
My favourite time to cry is when I'm drunk and on my own. It's really healthy, I think, emotionally.
Do you think all by myself?
So after book club on Friday, so
Oh.
my husband was away for the weekend. Everyone went home and had a great time at book club. Then cried for an hour.
Oh, no.
It was lovely. It was lovely.
That makes me feel sad because I'd want to support you. I don't like that you cried alone.
No, I don't want to be seen.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to be seen. You don't want to see me doing that.
I do.
No, because I can't think about anything else in that moment. And otherwise, if someone else is there, you have to kind of think, oh, are they okay? Is this embarrassing for them? I've got to apologise for crying.
Not embarrassing to me.
I've got snot coming out my eyes.
that
It's
would be
just like, do you know what I mean?
Mm.
So you like to cry with other people? Sorry, going back to
No, I prefer to cry by myself.
Oh, well, there you go.
Yeah. I'll tap when I cry, though.
You tap.
Da-da-da-da-da, like that.
Does it make that noise? Do you make that noise when you do it?
Yeah.
Da-da-da-da-da-da.
Ooh,
That would
yeah.
make it fun. I'd
Yeah.
do it then.
Yeah.
You tap while you cry.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just gets rid of the emotion easier. Like gets out of your nervous system.
Okay.
Mm.
But do you want to get rid of it? I mean, that's a good thing about crying. It's good to feel stuff.
Yeah, definitely.
Isn't
But
it?
oh god, I love a good cry, and I think it's cathartic and all of those things. But I also want to move forward from that, and allow that to understand what it is going on. And sometimes I don't know why I'm crying, so I want to know what that is. Why am I crying? What's going on here? Why am I feeling this? Crying is a strong emotion to feel, you know.
Yeah.
So it's good to understand what is that. What is that telling me about myself in that moment?
Do you think sometimes people cry too much? Because then it does sort of cheapen it.
I sometimes do think you just sometimes have
You just
to
think,
get
oh,
on
she's
with it.
crying again.
Yeah, I think sometimes you have to get on with it, and I think sometimes people, just suck it up. Sometimes you just.
Are you
have
saying that to me?
No, of course I'm not saying to you. Good Lord,
Suck it up, love.
dead daughter and all. Suck it up.
We've heard enough about
Yeah,
her. For
come on.
goodness sake, love.
I think that. But sometimes, with my kids, get upset, absolutely feel that, and then just move forward.
Yeah.
Suck it up.
Suck it up.
Suck it up, Rebecca.
Okay. If someone doesn't like...
I'm being a pretzel.
Yeah, very loudly.
Yeah, it's all right.
If someone doesn't like you, do you want to make them like you?
Yes.
Or do you want them to go away?
I want to make them like me. And
I do. I wish I didn't.
I do. I want to
I
be
don't
that
like the
person.
idea of anyone not liking me.
No, I know.
Which is stupid because not everyone's going to like you.
No,
That's
it's
all right.
so
I know that's all right.
I know. Intellectually, it's all right.
Also, consciously, I would rather be one of those people that people either love or hate rather than one of those people who people are just indifferent about. Oh, what do you think of Beck? Don't know. It's all right. She's not made any kind of impression, good or bad. Who wants to be that, right? Stop doing that with your hair. Yeah? Are you laughing at me? Are you laughing at yourself?
I love you.
Okay, why?
Oh. All right.
All right.
All right.
No, but you'd much rather be like a really passionate response. No, I don't want people to be passionate about me. That's the wrong word.
I want people to be passionate about me.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, I want to be like intellectually. I know.
I think you're all right. Sort of vanilla.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Vanilla.
Medium.
I'm vanilla in bed.
Yeah. I'm gonna cut that out.
Can't cut that out. Keep it in. It's good.
Okay, let's have no details on that.
So, what was I going to say? Oh, I want to be the type of person who know, because I do know. I know this, like, intellectually, as I said then, like, what people think about you is none of your business.
What? Why?
Because it's not. So that's not what they think, isn't it? It's nothing to do with you.
Yeah, but still, if everyone thinks you're an arsehole, there's a pretty good chance you're an arsehole and you ought to listen to them, isn't there?
No.
No?
No.
Okay. What's the worst emotion? Is it fear?
Yes.
Anger? No, I haven't finished.
sorry.
Listen to the list.
All
Don't
right.
just go yes.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
No wonder you did badly in your exams with a multiple choice question. First one you go, that'll do.
Exactly what
I
I did.
won't read the rest.
Failed my GCSEs 3 times in a row, people.
Read the paper first before you answer the question. Right. What's the worst emotion? Fear, anger, anxiety, hate, loneliness? No, it wasn't hate, loneliness. That was hate. I don't think loneliness is an emotion, though, is it? It's more of a state of being.
No, it's a feeling. It's an emotion.
Is there a difference between a feeling and emotion? Isn't emotion like an immediate response and a feeling is the thing that lasts?
I don't know.
Okay.
I think that, all of them come, like fear.
I think
for
hate.
me.
I think hate is the worst.
Oh, no, I find hate and anger can be empowering.
No, I was going to say anger can lead. All those other things can, in some way, lead to something good, or at least not be, in and of themselves, horrific. Like fear is a good thing. We need fear to be able to survive.
No,
it's an evolutionary thing.
We
need to feel the fear to get away from the dangerous thing. Yeah.
Right.
If you see the big monster coming, you're like, that's all right. Sure, it'll be fine. You're not going to run. Anger can lead to protest and all that kind of thing.
Because anger makes you move. Like, I think, there's that famous quote.
Oh yeah, anger is it can be a good thing.
Evil is, but it's not when good men stand by and do nothing. You know,
Anxiety. None of these things are fun, by the way. I'm just saying they can be sort of useful. Worry and anxiety is horrible, but equally can lead you to dealing with stuff, and it's a way of the brain sorting itself out. Not good in great quantities. Loneliness, yeah, okay, not good. But again, I'm not sure that is an emotion, and that might lead you, I don't know. But hate only destroys the person who does hate, and also destroys the people or things that you do hate.
Yeah, but okay, with hate though, I think it can be a motivation to action again.
But hate, no good actions kind of come from hate.
Like say someone is for example, in a domestic violence situation, for example, and they are so bad, and if they can come to a place of hating what is happening.
I think that's anger.
Yeah,
I think if that person comes to a place of hatred, that is just going to destroy themselves.
I think you're right, because that is about that, hatred is drinking, wishing someone to drink poison, drinking it yourself. Absolutely, all of those things.
That's what I hate. It kind of eats away at yourself.
Yeah, and I do, we talk about that a lot with the kids, because kids say I hate that a lot, and I'm like, you don't ever hate anything.
I always say to my kids, don't use that word about anything.
I think you're right. I do think you're right, but I think fear, the flight or fight response has limited me so much in my life.
Yeah.
Because I will freeze or run, freeze or run.
Yeah.
Freeze or run. So that's, something that I think the fear is very, very limiting for lots of people.
Yeah, I mean, none of those things are good things.
Yeah, but
fear does have a use.
It absolutely has a use. What other emotion did you talk about as well? Did you have guilt?
Anxiety, hate. Oh, I didn't have guilt. Guilt's a good
guilt,
one. Again, horrible, but kind of sometimes necessary to come to that place of, actually, I did say sorry.
Yeah, I think the whole thing about guilt, there's a whole thing of guilt and something else is like that. The thing I did was wrong, not I am wrong. And I think that at times we can absorb guilt to think that I am wrong.
I think we'll do a whole one on guilt. I think I could talk about guilt for quite a long time.
Because you've got nothing to be guilty of.
Oh, is that singing?
It's Barbra Streisand.
Is that singing, though?
Some people describe that as singing.
Which people?
The deaf people.
Okay. Do you ever have mood swings?
No, balanced all the way.
Really?
No, totally.
Really?
I have loads of mood swings. Who doesn't?
I don't think
Oh,
don't think
you
I'm a
don't
swinger.
swing. You don't swing to the left or swing to the right. You just like down the middle all the way. No.
I do have different moods.
Yeah.
I'm just not sure that they swing violently between happy, miserable.
Oh no, I don't have that.
Well, that's a mood swing, isn't it?
Yeah, no.
Otherwise, the question would be:
Ask
do
me
you
the
have
question
different
again.
moods?
No.
And if you'd said no, you would have been a robot. So that would have been a ridiculous question. The
I
question
swing?
was: do you have mood swings?
No.
I do sometimes, though, get to the stage in a party. So my hospitality and charm has a lifespan of 3 hours. So it gets past that point
3 hours.
when I've been, desperately charming and wonderful. And then I just think, I don't want it. I'm really angry now. I want to go home. I'm done.
I'm done.
Like the switch just goes, beep.
Yeah, my husband's like that. He's
I
like,
want to be at home on my own, sitting on a sofa or with Matt, fine. Mm-hmm. But I don't want to have to talk to anyone.
No. I get because I love a talk. I mean, all my jobs are just a chat. That's all my jobs are.
Yeah.
Just a chat. And there are times...
Sort of belittles this a little bit, though, doesn't it?
No.
It's one in a long list.
Yeah, but that I just... Shut it again. I mean, shall we just say...
I'm being quite needy.
You are
today.
a little bit.
I am being quite emotionally needy.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry.
Dragging her.
I don't...
But yeah, I can finish my point now with that. Yeah. That, there are times where I just don't want to talk to anyone. I don't know. Not talking.
I thought you were saying that now. Should we stop?
And we're done.
Okay. Do you ever sulk? Do you sulk about stuff?
I'm not a good sulker.
Or do you always get it out in the open?
I have to tell everyone how I feel. Like, if I'm angry, I'm telling you.
Oh, I sulk.
Oh,
Me and my husband, so we have a big sulk off.
Oh, me and my husband cannot. My husband can sulk, actually. He's quite good at it. But no. Nope, we're talking.
And it's rubbish. You just sulk for 2 days. It's just grim.
That really is. No, if I have got a situation, I have to talk about it with that person. I have to. But that isn't always the best response, because I'll be like, let's sort it out now. And sometimes...
that person's not ready to sort it out.
No, that sometimes needs
Yeah,
to
sometimes sulking can be a bit of space. Just go, and then at the end of the sulk, you might think, do you know what? It's not worth an argument
also,
anyway.
Maybe you're just a bit hangry or a little bit tired.
Yeah. All right. Brilliant. I'm not 6. Yeah.
I think we're all 6, really, aren't we?
True. Are you easily hurt by other people's actions or words? I am, and I'll analyse stuff.
Oh,
after it's been said for days, which is just ridiculous because people say stuff, they've forgotten they've said it, but I will cling on to it, the person who's heard it, and analyse it, go over and over it, and it probably meant nothing. It was just a throwaway line.
Oh, I could be a sensitive Susan at times.
Yeah.
Well, an overthinking Oprah.
You do like to alliterate your names, don't you?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
But absolutely, I will often say things.
A twatty Teresa.
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, this is a good question.
Okay.
If you accidentally pulled out in front of someone and they beeped, I'm talking about in a car, yeah? Not pulled something out in front of someone. If you pulled out and they beeped, you've gone blank. Mm-hmm. You all right?
No, I'm totally on there.
Would you stick your finger up at them? Yeah. Would you mouth, I'm sorry, to them? Would you shrug and forget about it? Or would you judge yourself harshly for the rest of the day?
Oh, I'd give them when I'm driving, I'd give them a little wave.
So if you pulled out in front of them,
I'm really sorry,
and they went beep, you'd give them a wave.
Little wave. Oh, totally.
Would you then think about it afterwards? Or was that just gone? That incident's gone, it's dealt with.
That'll be gone and dealt with. We're driving there, and I don't think there's no emotive response.
See, that happened to me last week, and I'm still playing on my mind.
Oh no! What, you pulled out in front of someone?
Yeah, well, I was at little Tesco's.
Yeah,
I like to mention little Tesco's in every single episode.
You do, yeah.
And there's a big old giveaway. So you moved away from the mic, then came back to it to burp.
It slipped out.
Oh, that is unacceptable.
Unacceptable.
There is a big giveaway. So that's not even a song. You're thinking of Unforgettable.
Oh. Unforgettable. That's what we are.
Unacceptable.
That would made a great song. That's unacceptable. That's what it is. Unacceptable. I knew it was unforgivable somewhere in my head, but it's
unforgettable. You're doing a version. Unforgivable, that's what you are. Unacceptable. Right.
In every way.
I was parked on a big fat give way, keep clear sign. Okay?
Yeah.
Right?
I thought you were going to say I was parked on a parked with a big fat child.
And I know I shouldn't feel guilty about killing that child, but I kind of do. All right? It plays on my mind from time to time.
Yeah.
Should we just leave that whole car thing?
No, go on.
I was parked on a big fat keep clear sign, okay? Like an idiot. And I was hemmed in, front, back.
Yeah.
Okay. And a car wants to come into Tesco's.
Right.
Little Tesco's.
Not a big one.
No, never big one. Anyway, and they had to wait there because I've got a red light in front of me. I can't move, so I'm just sat in my guilt.
Oh.
I'm sat in a big pool of guilt and shame while the car there is waiting and getting angry and doing his finger wag at me. And I'm just mouthing like, I can't do. What do you want me to do? I can't.
Yeah, but just do that going, oh, just wave at him.
I did. I looked like a person who's happy-go-lucky and going, I'm sorry, I'm so sorry.
Just give him the thumbs up.
On the outside, that's how I look. On the inside, I am panicking and feeling shame and guilt for the rest of the day.
Yeah, I do totally.
Which is ridiculous.
Yeah, because you're in a car. What can you do?
I know.
What can you do?
I'm not that, frankly.
Unacceptable.
What is your go-to food when you're feeling stressed or sad? Is it different for stressed or sad?
I think we all know that it's going to be a potato.
I think we do.
I think that
you might have put your daughter off potatoes for life, though. Remember when her mum force-fed her a dry potato for breakfast before school?
Yeah, I did.
Because we were poor.
We
was poor. Dry potato.
Crisps. Yeah. Just crisps.
I think I'd have crisps more when I'm stressed.
Yeah. In a bowl.
Or a packet, I'm not fussed.
I do like a bowl of crisps better than a packet of crisps.
Would you decant a crisp packet into a bowl? Just for your own consumption.
I think it makes it more of an occasion if you do. It's like, yes.
Just on your own.
Yeah,
just you got a packet of Wotsits. You'd put that in a cereal bowl just to make it an occasion.
I think it might be a nice thing to do. I think that sometimes it does depend on the size. Sometimes you feel you need to pour a big bag into a bowl.
Do you?
Yeah. Share a bag.
Okay.
Which is clearly a lie.
Yeah. Yeah. Because
they're not for sharing.
No.
Yeah, I like
the best food for that kind of thing begins with a C. There isn't. It's crisps, it's cheese, and it's chocolate.
And it's chips. Oh, chips.
And chips. I'm not that keen on chips.
Don't say you're not keen on chips.
I like them.
With lashings of salt vinegar.
Yeah, lashings. Maybe. I don't know. Would you like my stress food?
I don't like a McDonald's chip.
All right, nobody asked you. My stress food is just cheese, a block of cheese in the fridge. I'll go in there. I'll just bite a bite off.
You bite a bite of the cheese out of the fridge.
Bite a chunk of cheese.
Do you know what that is?
And also, if I want,
do you know what that is?
What?
Rude.
Do you know what?
Rude.
Also,
who does that?
I do that. Like it's white chocolate. Just bite a bit off. Also, sometimes if I want mayo on it, because I like a bit of mayo on a bit of cheese.
Oh, those how you squirt that in your mouth.
Yeah.
Oh, God, have you no decorum?
I am a classy lady.
Oh, my.
Yeah.
Do you not care about your family members with the chunk of cheese bitten out of the cheese?
They can live with that. The amount of stuff I do for them, they can put up with that. Come on.
Deal with
I
the
clean their pants. They can deal with my teeth marks in the cheddar.
Yeah, okay.
All right? That is contractual. Mm-hmm. Do you think people who are happy all the time are really freaking annoying?
Yeah.
There's a guy in the local soft play centre, one of the play specialists. He's very good at what he does. Mm-hmm. He is just hyper jolly the whole time, like crazy. Mm-hmm. He brings out the keys like, yes, the carrots for the kids. And everything he does is that level of excitement and happiness.
Oh, I don't know. There's something endearing.
And he's really good, but I just want to slap him around the face.
You just say no. There's a little bit of endearing about that, though, isn't there?
Oh, that makes me feel bad.
Well, it should do.
No, it is. No, I don't. I mean, I wish I could be happy all the time.
Do you know what
must be
campaign?
Exhausting.
Do you know what campaign freaks me out about that? Like, there's it says this is the face of depression, and then they've got all the people who've killed themselves, like famous people who killed themselves, and they're all smiling and laughing.
Yeah.
I don't know how that helps, because I'm like, well, how then do you know?
How do you know? No, that's a really good point.
But I just go...
So now, what if you see someone smiling, you should say, "Oh, are you feeling suicidal?"
Yeah, do you know what? I'm just going like that.
I guess just the point is there. Don't take it as
assume.
read.
I know that's why it's a really good complaint. It's a really important one, but it just freaks me slightly because I'm like checking my husband's happy. All right, you know what I mean? It's like that constant checking in, like and it causes me anxiety.
Mm-hmm. Sorry, I zoned out a bit there.
Just like saying you.
I was going to say something really deep about PTSD and grief, and I'm just thinking I'm quite giggly now, and I don't think I want to get depressed again. So we'll do that another time.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you agree? You concur?
I'm concurring.
All right.
Are we done?
We're in a concurrence.
We are concurred.
I think we've talked about some emotions.
I can't believe that. Yeah, this felt like slightly like at the same time quite long and boring, and then fast and short at the same time.
It didn't feel long and boring.
Did
it?
Did it?
I thought we found it really nice. It felt long and boring. That's what you just said.
At the same time, short and funny is
No,
what
but I stopped listening at long and boring. You can't start with a massive slag off and then go, but I liked it.
I did like it. Did it? I heard a bird, right? You're talking about birds. The other day, there was a bird at 3 o'clock this morning. I went to the toilet and there was this, I think it's a magpie.
Mm-hmm.
And it sounds like about 47 T-Rexes just outside my bathroom
that'd be a
window.
crow.
Would it?
Yeah, a bit of crow, mate. It's a classic crow, mate. That's what that is.
Oh my god! I kept thinking, is that someone dying?
Maybe a rook.
A rook. We don't have rooks. Embarrassing, isn't it?
No idea.
I don't know what a rook is.
Anyway, it's a loud bird. Fine.
Yeah, and I kept thinking,
Like yourself.
Is that someone... Loud bird. Why do we call women birds?
I don't know. It's terrible, isn't it?
I was thinking about, like, why... But why is that? I mean,
What?
there must be a reason.
I don't know. Because we're always twittering on. I don't know.
Yeah. Anyway, I just had to check. I had to look out the window to make sure someone wasn't being murdered on my street.
Really? You couldn't tell that it was a bird screeching?
It took a while. It was 3 o'clock in the morning. And I only did a wee.
You genuinely thought that someone being murdered would sound like... would sound like that?
We're just full of impressions today, aren't you?
Come on, did it sound like that? Was that freakishly accurate? Because I'm going to be honest, it was actually me. Yeah.
Imagine you with a loud inhaler.
Also, I love the fact that you just said a loud inhaler. Oh, that's the unfortunate kid at school. Not only have they got asthma, they got a loud inhaler. Okay, we need to wrap this up.
You have a beautiful week, people.
Yeah, it's been an emotional journey.
Oh, I must say, if you didn't check our Facebook page, I was factually correct about time speeding up.
No, one person on Twitter,
A very clever person.
thought you might have had a point.
She has studied time and science.
She has not. She's a history teacher.
She has studied time. It's history, not but time itself.
Yeah, you're just making more of an idiot. We've done a good show.
Have a beautiful... You people out there
As I was saying,
have
right?
a beautiful week. What?
It's been an emotional journey.
Oh.
It's been a beautiful one. All right?
It's been emotional.
So have a lovely emotional week.
I'll tell you something about emotions. Feel them or don't.
Yeah. Have them, don't have them. It's up to you.
It's up to you. Love you, family.
Yeah. Love you all. Miss you.
Love you. Bye.
Bye-bye.
If you found that this edition of Don't Laugh But pleasantly killed an hour or even brutally slaughtered it, why not come back next week for some more?